The X2 and the X3 were really designed to work in small venues, say a small church for front of house, a club, a casino, any kind of small band, speaker on a stick, really makes a great product for those applications. The X2 and the X3 were really a breakthrough in technology. We designed the X2 and the X3 to work in low ceilings. They're really meant to go from around 12 feet up to about 18 feet. The X2 really works better from 15 feet and below, and the X3 work better from 18 feet and below. We designed those to really throw a distance of about 40 feet for the X2 and a distance of about 50-55 feet for the X3. We knew when we designed the first X1 that we had a unique product because it ended up making a module that was a single module all by itself. And then really a few, I'd say months later, when we came out with our downfill, the downfill really made it unique to where we could blend a 10-degree module and a 25-degree module together. And by being able to do that, it really enabled us to make an all-in-one speaker system. The X2 has one 10-degree module and a downfill module. And by being able to adjust those flat waveformers together, it allowed it to make a nice smooth pattern and cover the vertical the way that it does. An X3 has two 10-degree modules and a downfill module. And basically that box is a 36 degree in the vertical and allows it to throw a little bit further than the X2. The benefit of an X2 or an X3 really is its wide horizontal pattern, to where in your typical point source application, you would end up having to use 2 or 3 speakers, say that had a 60-degree horn or a 90-degree horn, to where you could really utilize one speaker. You have a whole lot less comb filtering, and your smooth bass and high frequency through the room would be far better with a line array system like this. The X2 has 2 modules in it. One is a 10-degree module, one is what we call our downfill 25-degree module. Each of those modules have 2 8-inch drivers and a medium format compression driver. So at an X2 you end up with 4 8-inch drivers and 2 medium format compression drivers. The X3 has 3 modules. It has 2 of our flat waveformers that are 10 degrees, and it has 1 of our downfill modules. So you end up with 6 8-inch drivers and 3 compression drivers. Because these modules have our AIM technology, makes it a symmetrical pattern control. What really makes this unique is the 160 degree and the horizontal pattern. It allows it to cover that distance of, say, 60 to 70 feet in the horizontal, along with the vertical covering to the back of the room. The vertical coverage of a line array like this is far greater than a point source type of box. Really allows for you to hit the back of the hall and the front of the hall, and it be really very equal in SBL. The 8-inch driver that we use in the X2 and the X3 was really developed to be able to go down to a frequency of 60 hertz and usable to 55. Really makes the system to where for music and speech you could utilize that system and not have a sub. But we also make an assorted amount of subs to go with that if you want to extend the bass beyond that. The rigging that we have for this box, we have internal brackets, so if you wanted to use an eye bolt or something like that, that is possible. But we also make it to where you could use a universal type of clamp for adjusting the vertical and put an 1.5-inch pipe, and it makes it really nice and easy for rigging. By having that type of clamp, you can run your cabling through the pipe, come out through the back, really makes for a nice clean job. The amplifiers that are in the X2 and the X3 utilizes the Bang & Olufsen Ice Power modules. We use the power supply along with the individual modules. The X2 module utilizes a 500 watt module for the bass and a 250 watt module for the highs. The X3 really is a powerhouse. It has 1,000 watts going to one side of the bass, 1,000 watts going to the other side, and 500 watts going to the high frequency. The amplifier also has an in and an out XLR, and they're transformer isolated. It has a program switch that has 2 programs, and one is a little brighter than the other. The amplifier also has a switch that allows you to switch for 110 for the United States or 220 for other countries. They're also UL approved for here in the United States and CE approved for other countries. It also has mutes so you can test and make sure that your speakers are working properly, and it really makes a great for an all-in-one package. We feel that the X2 and the X3 is really the ultimate in all-in-one speaker system. The system really came together and was well thought out right from the beginning, and it makes a complete system. It allows you to mount this in your space and cover the horizontal symmetrically and the vertical, and for every seat in your space, for the system to sound natural and give you the sound that you're looking for in your venue.